everyone, it's Charlotte here today and I'm going to be doing this super exciting cage tour for you. We've been planning this for a good while now, saving up and everything, and actually in all total it didn't really cost that much because a lot of it is kind of like from other themes as well, so fortunately it wasn't too expensive, and a lot of the stuff we had previously, but there are a few new items that you may spot. So I shall get on with the tour. So I'm going to start with the kitchen area, which if you haven't seen our updated DIY cage video, then you wouldn't have noticed that we now have, instead of just fully fleece, I've actually changed it to partly Carefresh. So it's about 1.5 grids for the kitchen area to be Carefresh. I found that with the hay and everything, and the girls were always around it because obviously they eat hay a lot, it was becoming really like wet really quickly, like the fleece and everything. So I decided that thought that I would try this at least for a while and see how it went. But we've only had it in for most a week now, I think, and it's worked out so much better than having fleece all over. So we have obviously still got our fleece because we absolutely adore it, but for the kitchen area I did think that it would be more hygienic and everything, and I can scoop things out and spot clean it as well as I normally do with the fleece, but also I can give them big hay piles and not worry that it's going to like mess everything and the hay's going to track and everything. So I've much preferred doing it this way, and the girls have definitely preferred. I actually find that I rarely actually had to pick up any poops along the fleece. There's normally about like 10 or 20 per day, which if any of you have piggies you will know that is not many to go on fleece. So most of it goes into the litter area because they're doing it whilst they eat. But so that has worked out perfectly and they're using it how I wanted them to, so I'm really happy. But anyway, I'll get on. So we've actually got pink Carefresh, which is a safe bedding for guinea pigs. Like I used to actually have my girls on this before I changed to fleece, so they were used to it, but I'm really happy with how it looks, and obviously it's pink so it coordinates as well, so I'm happy with that as well. But here we've still got our bottle pads because these do kind of slightly drip, and also when they're drinking a lot it kind of like goes past them a lot. So I've still got the drip pads there just because then I can change them out more easily and they won't completely soak all of the kitchen area, which is not what I want it to do. Then we've got a hay bag, which is actually I think our very first hay bag from Steph's Piggy Paradise. So this is a really cute rainbow like pastel print, so I thought it went well with like the you know, hot air balloons and everything, so it was kind of like coordinates as well. The colours go really well. So we've got that filled up with hay. I only have one of those, so I give them a big pile of hay anyway, and they mainly use that, but that's just their spare if I'm not around to fill it up straight away. So there you go. But anyway, then we've got obviously their water bottles like I mentioned. At the back there we have a DIY toy that I made myself out of acid-free paper, which is craft paper, and I made them kind of look like little bows, which I thought was really adorable. And then the bottom one has one that's kind of like a little butterfly, so I really like that. But anyway, so we'll see what they think of that because that's the first time having it. Then we've got the flower chews from Pets Play. I'm waiting to get some more cable ties, so at the moment one of the flowers is there because when I did the change to the cage and made the Corex a lot higher around the back, I had to move one of the cable ties, so it didn't really work. But anyway, so basically I need to get a new cable tie and fix that there, so it's there just for now. Beside the flower chews we've got a rosewood little hanging mirror, and then we've got their Pets at Home food bowl, which is a cat dish. Then parallel to the Pets at Home dish we have our food dish from Hella at Love at First Week. So this is from America, so I don't know the shop particularly where she got it from, but I thought it went really well because of the birds and everything, and the colours go really nicely with the fleece print. Now if you watched our trade with Heather from Love at First Week, you would have seen this print before. So this is a print from America and she got it made for me in the trade. So she got two 2x1 liners, so I've got one at either end. because I find this is actually a cheaper way of kind of having a cage theme instead of having a whole main liner. So I've got a different kind of like plain print that I could coordinate with a lot of other themes. So I prefer to do it that way because then you can spend more on toys and beds, which are gonna last probably longer, and you know, they'll probably be more enjoyed than the actual fleece pattern. Then on top of the liner there, we've got a Pets Play dumbbell in pink with polka dots and a Pets at Home jingly ball. At the back there, we've got their Twilight Chinchillas garland, which we got from Heather again from the trade. We've also got just some wall decals on the back there, so I don't know if I'm going to keep them for every theme, but they went perfectly with this, with the flowers and the colours and everything. Then we've got a Pets at Home. This is one of their new Woodland range toys. So this, when I saw it, I actually saw it in Northumberland. My dad got it for the Piggies. But it's all like the perfect colours, like the teal, the orange and the pink. I don't know if you can hear the girls, but they're in their current pen at the moment waiting to go in. Are you getting excited? Are you? Let me do that again. It's got them going again. Anyway, so we've got that toy, and then we've got a microfiber heart mat that you can't really see that it's a heart, but it's there anyway, and that's in just pink, and I get those off eBay, and I'll leave all the links to everything down below so you can go and find everything. And then we've got a Hop Nimble Squeak little lollipop chew there that we got for free when we ordered the bed and the hay tunnel, which was really nice of Emma. Then we've got a little, I'd say a cloud pillow. I personally made this myself when I made the tunnel, which is just here. So it's in the same fabric, so it's in like a cloudy fabric with little birds and everything on it, so that's in a kind of cloud shape. So there you go, that was my attempt at that. Then beside the cloud pillow, we've got the little ramp, which is covered in some Primark cozy socks. So I've just got two of those, so they join in the middle there. But that just leads up to the second level in the house, which I'll show you in a bit. But below that, we have just a little fleece cat toy that I got from Pets at Home, like probably over a year ago now. We've got just some little chews, so we've got a little heart Pets Play chew, what remains of a cupcake chew from Twilight Chinchillas, it's just the base. Then we've got a little cardboard roll that I've covered in the Pet Safe paper with some PVA glue, which again is Pet Safe, and some mini chews, again a lolly from Playtime Little Critter Creations, which is just about finished really. So I've just put those in there, and then mini cake pop. Then underneath the stairs we have a little mini kind of sofa that I made a good while ago now. I wasn't that happy with it, so I didn't really like kind of air that I had it, but I thought I'd put it in here because actually it'd be a perfect spot, because I think I know who's going to like that spot the best, which is probably going to be Miss Daphne, because she always used to sleep under the ramp in our 2x5 CNC cage that we had before, so she may go back to what she knows. But then we've also just got a little cushion which came with another little bed that I got, and also nearly forgot the, I have to show you from the top, the Christmas tree chew. But I thought because it's not overly Christmassy because it is a tree, I mean it has got a star on the top, I thought that that would be kind of okay, so I thought we could leave that in there now. Then opposite the ramp and everything, we have the tunnel that I personally made. So this one, the foam actually is a lot thicker than the other one, so I'm not actually sure if I bought it from the same supplier that I normally do. But anyway, it's in a nice little cloud print with balloons and hot air balloons, and in the nice teal colour that goes perfectly with the fleece. So I thought it was absolutely perfect when I saw it. And then we've got a wood roll chew from Pets at Home there, which they've had a good gnaw at, but they've still got a way to go, so I thought I'd leave that in there for them. Now we're on to the last area, which is my favourite, I would say. So we've got firstly this amazing house that, if I do say so myself, but basically I gave the idea to Small Paws Playtime, something like that. I will again leave the link or put it on the screen for you, or both. But basically I asked them if they could make a similar design to this, and they did it perfectly. So I really wanted like a cottagey kind of house for them, but there's not many people who really make them, so I thought I'd get it made plain and then I would paint it myself. So that's what I did. So this is all painted in soy paint, which is all perfectly safe for piggies. So we've got, I'll try and get it in focus. So I've made like little kind of dormers over the window to kind of look like, with little flower pots and everything, and then vines going up it with flowers and little bricks and everything, and shutters down the bottom. So I'm really happy with how it turned out. It did take a while to paint and everything, but luckily soy paint dries relatively quickly, so I was really glad for that. Then inside the top attic bit of the house, we have just a plain pad that I made, which has got towel in between, so it's all nice and absorbent, and if they do pee in there then it won't go through to the wood and ruin it. And then obviously you've got the little window so you can peek through, which is really cute as well. On the bottom story of the cottage, we just have, it's kind of all open in there. I didn't bother putting a bed in there because I thought the girls do like to lay out, so they're quite big and they've got long little legs. That's double negative, but anyway. Then we've just got a little rabbit, kind of like fairy little snuggly toy in there, so they can have a good snuggle up in there. Beside the house we've got a little bow tube from Pets Play again, and then behind that we've just got our willow wreath, which I've left up anyway because that's not particularly Christmassy. And then we've just, that's from Pets at Home, sorry, in the Woodlands range. And then we've just got a little flower parrot toy that I got from eBay. Now the last hidey I've got here is one I've actually handmade myself, which you may be able to tell because the stitching's not as great on this one as my tunnels normally. So this is in a really cute like rose print with hearts. Now I'm probably going to be using this for other themes because it's so versatile, that's it, usatile I was thinking, I don't know what's going on with me. But anyway, it's so versatile that I thought it would go really well with different themes. So I've got some other themes for that planned as well. But basically it's the same kind of idea as the tunnels. And if you watch the tunnel DIY, I have actually got a DIY of this house coming up soon, so you should see it. Basically it's the same idea, but at the end it's all sewn up, so it's a nice warm kind of little cozy nook and a really big entrance, and you can really see them and they really enjoy these. So I'm really excited to see what the girls think of this. Inside we've got a little pig microfiber cuddly toy again, so that's just in there for them to snuggle. And lastly we've got our little playtime little Critter Creations lollipop juice. This is the normal size, and our normal size cake pop as well. Now I nearly forgot to mention the garland that I made to go along the top here. So this is a heart garland out of Pet Safe paper, again the same type I used for the bow toy over there. So I've kind of DIY'd it here and hung it through the window. It kind of messes that up a bit, but I wanted it to kind of like go over a bit like bunting and look quite, you know, quite, I don't know, like fairy tale like and everything. So I really like how that's turned out and all the different colours, which I can easily use for different cage themes. And if the girls do manage to chew it, it's going to be perfectly safe. So that's really good, and I've just got it tied up with some string, which is again safe for the piggies. Then the last item, which is probably one of the favourite items in this tour, is another item that we got from Heather at Love at First Week. So when she got the fleece for us, she also commissioned the lady who runs Twilight Chinchillas, I can't remember her name, but she made this lovely little hot air balloon toy. So what I've done, instead of like having it on the main layer, because we have got a lot of toys going on in this cage anyway, that I decided to hang it so it's actually like a little hot air balloon. So fortunately I have bunting going along here, and I've just used a safety pin to kind of support it more, and it's just hanging on the bunting there. So I really like that and think it looks super whimsical and adorable. So this corner is definitely my favourite. Okay, so now it is time to finally put the girls in and see what they think. So I'm really excited about this, because obviously it's been going on for a good few months, and there's a lot of things that I've DIY'd in this cage that I'm excited to see what they think of. And also they've got their new litter, but they've had that for a while anyway now. So I'm super duper excited to see what they think, and I hope you enjoy the last part of this video.